Okay, question 5A. So they want us to write this as a decimal as a percent. So what we do is we just times a decimal or a fraction or an integer by 100% to change something into percentage. So if we do a multiplication, you will see that first of all, we add a zero because we are going to multiply the hundreds place. And then 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 3 is 3. And then we count the number of decimal points. There's 2 decimal points, so our answer will just also have 2 decimal points. And we can see that our answer is 35.00 or just 35. The shortcut is you just move the decimal point 2 to the right. So 0.35, so this will be percent. It's just 0.35, move the decimal point 2 to the right percent. So it's just going to be 35.0% or just 35%. Okay, this is because whenever you times something by 100, you can just move the decimal point 2 to the right. So that's the trick we are going to use for most of these questions. So B, we have 3.5 times 100%. This is 3.50. I just add an extra 0, so now I can move the decimal point 2 to the right. And this becomes 350%. And C, 35. So 35 times 100%. I add 2 extra 0, so I can move the decimal point 2 to the right, 1, 2. And we get 3,500%. D, 0.7 times 100%. This is 0.70. I move the decimal point 2 to the right, 1, 2. Add percentage, and this becomes 70%. E, 7 times 100%. Well, 7 times 100 is 700, right? Pretty easy. And then 70 times 100%. 70 times 100 is 7,000, so I don't need to move the decimal point here. Relatively simple calculation. 0.0025 times 100%. We can move the decimal point 2 to the right, 1, 2, and we get 0.25%. H, 0.025 times 100%. So 0.025, and then move the decimal point 2 to the right, we get 2.5%. And I, 0.25 times 100%. Move the decimal point 2 to the right, and this becomes 25%. J, 14.26 times 100%. We move the decimal point 2 to the right to get 1,426%. Okay, 1.426 times 100%. Move the decimal point 2 to the right, and we get 142.6%. And then L, 142.6 times 100%. I can add an extra 0, and then now I can move the decimal point 2 to the right, and we get 14260%. So 14,260%. And then M, 3.9 times 100%. This is 3.90. I just add an extra 0, so I can move the decimal point 2 to the right. And we get 390%. And 0.39 times 100%. This is 0.39, move the decimal point 2 to the right, and we get 39%. And then O, 390 times 100%. This is 390.00. Move the decimal point 2 to the right. And we get 39000%. Finally, P, 0.0039 times 100%. We can move the decimal point 2 to the right. And we get 0.39%. Okay, that's it for question 5. I'll see you in question 6.